Hey, I'm Tipsy, and I'm like way late with this video. Nothing that I'm about to talk about has really been relevant in the NBA social media world in like months. Um, but I needed to make a video, and I had this bullet point list in my notes for like as long as it hasn't been relevant. So we're talking about ridiculous ass NBA nicknames. It started just with Jason Tatum as the anomaly, which is dumb enough in and of itself, especially because it's Jason Tatum. I think that's the biggest problem that I have with it is it's Jason Tatum. Like there is nothing that man does that's anomalous in any sort of. He's just he does. There's nothing that he's. I don't. You get what I mean. You get what I'm trying to say here. Is that Jason Tatum of all people being called the anomaly is incredibly stupid. Like if you wanted to call like Victor Wembanyama the anomaly, yeah, sure, because he's a million billion feet tall. Sure, why not? But Jason Tatum, really? Like these nicknames, they have to stop. But I don't know if I want them to. You know, like they're bordering on so bad they're good. And the reason that I wanted to make this video even was however long ago that this was relevant on NBA Twitter. People started calling Cade Cunningham the Paradox, which, like, if you think about it for like 20 seconds, it's like, oh yeah, that's a hard nickname. That's cool. That's great. But then you think about it for like 5 more seconds, and it's like that's kind of really stupid. The paradox. Why is Cade Cunningham the paradox? He was the number one overall pick. Like he's progressing at a normal rate for a good number one overall pick. Like he's not Markelle Fultz, but he's not fucking LeBron. Like it's stupid. It's stupid, but I love it, and I kind of don't want them to stop. Like these people are out here calling Bryn Podjemski the Pythagorean theorem. Like that's hard. I will actually. I changed my mind directly on this. That's hard. I want that to stay. Like that is possibly the best nickname you could come up for a player. And I think it's so special because he's a role player. He's mid. And I think that only mediocre players should get these hard ass nicknames. Like enough with like yeah, like King James is cool. Like what are they calling like Mamba, whatever. Like those are cool nicknames for like the star players. The star players can get their like bordering on regular nicknames. They can get your initials, whatever, your SGAs, your PGs, your whatever. You can get like the Claw for Kawhi Leonard. Like that's fine. Joker for Jokic. But I think that the role players of the world, I think that they deserve their love. I've come up with a few, and like seriously, I mean it when I've had this video on lock for like months, and I just came up with these one night because I think that mediocre nicknames for or like really over the top nicknames for super mediocre NBA players is just it's comedy gold. Like the I'm not saying that again. I had to look it up before. I'm not saying that again. You know, whatever I called Brandon Podjemski before. Just like splice that in, I guess. But I don't know, like the character Marcus Smart. Like I get Marcus Smart isn't a role player, he won DPOI, whatever. But like I don't know, the terror Anthony Blake, like just super over the top stuff. I got the peculiarity Ty Jerome written down on here. That's a bar. That's a bar. The Big Bang Trey Lyles. Shout out Trey Lyles. You know what, Pistons legend Trey Lyles. I'll always love you, Trey Lyles. The Desecrator Dalano Banton. Okay, I do gotta say, I don't think there's anything that could possibly be done in any sport, regardless of talent, to warrant a name like the Desecrator. But I think Dalano Banton deserves it, you know? He's, one of the Toronto Raptors of all time. I do think about him, like, I feel like I think about Delano Banton far more than the average person should, than really anyone should. I feel like I think of it, like, randomly think about Delano Banton more than Delano Banton does. I'm not sure why, it's just a name that really sticks in your head. I'm a big fan of his. Maybe send me a jersey, Delano Banton, I don't know. Also, speaking of jerseys, yes, I know, my Le'Veon Bell fit is, like, 6 times too large. But like, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm really not. It goes hard. Shout out Steelers legend and CTE icon Le'Veon Bell. The warship Walker Kessler. I mean, that's a bar. That's a bar. The abnormality Corey Kispert is I think what I will leave this off on. But seriously, I've been stuck on the Desecrator for far too long. Like, that is like final boss in an RPG game. Like, I feel like if I booted up Dark Souls, I would probably come across the Desecrator at the end of my playthrough. You know, something like that. And I think applying that to what the hell does Delano Banton average? This man averages 6.8 points per game. And if that isn't prime candidate to be the Desecrator, I really don't know what is. Moral of the story here, what did we learn? We learned that I've been recording for like 7 minutes, and it's really hard to make a YouTube video about an outdated topic that I have been thinking about for a few months. That's, I think, the big takeaway from all of this. This video is going to be like 4 minutes long. But I think we learned the anomaly for Jason Tatum is just beyond stupid. Especially for Jason Tatum, he does nothing anomalously. He does everything like quite by the books. I would say, like, if you were gonna build a it's weird to say a mid all NBA player. If you were to build the most mid top 5 player in the league that you could, the end product would be Jason Tatum. He's not anomalous in any way, shape, or form. The paradox is what it is. I think it's stupid, but it's like kind of cool if you don't think about it hard enough. Cade Cunningham is no paradox. He's just, you know, the greatest basketball player of all time. That's all I gotta say. The Pythagorean theorem, Brendan Pojemski. That's hard. That is, I think, the one we get to keep. But all in all, the Desecrator, Delano Banton. I mean, I'm probably top 5 in his fan base, but I went into this saying, oh, these nicknames gotta stop. I was like, these are stupid, these are really dumb. Keep them up. You know what? It makes the league fun. It makes the league fun when I can call Jason Tatum, oh, he's the anomaly. He scored 24 tonight. Nobody's ever done that before. Apply them to mediocre, like, fringe starter bench players. Like, give me the destroyer of worlds, Jonas Valanciunas. That's all I ask for. But I guess that's gonna be all from me for now. If you liked the video, somehow leave a like. If you subscribed to the video, leave a subscribe. Let me know if you want me to talk about more stupid garbage like this, I guess, especially like 4 months out of date.
Hey, editing tipsy here. I'm sure you could tell, but I'm very sick. So this video is a couple weeks old and outdated, but I would be remiss to not shout out Tyrese Halliburton for making this like kind of sort of relevant again, because they're trying to call him the moment now, I'm pretty sure. Which is fine. I think that one is fine. It's a little corny, but at least the difference between that and all of the rest of them for me are like the moment makes sense, because he's like the most clutch playoff player in history, whatever that stat is. But like that one at least has any sense of relevance. It isn't just like to give somebody a nickname for like the sake of it. But that's all. I'm out of here.